Good evening everyone. I hope you've had a good day and are feeling well. I do have a recipe down here for you, but I will send that to you separately. Tonight, as promised, I'm going to make my foolproof Yorkshire Puddings, which I promised you the other night, but sadly I didn't get the chance to do them. So what we're going to do first of all is have everything ready as I have here. So I've got my flat dish with, I'm using silicone moulds, so you don't have to use fat in these. But if you're using ordinary tins, then you would have to have a little drop of fat in each one, have that in the oven till it's very, very hot, and then as soon as the batter's ready, you would pour it in, turn your oven down a little and bake. But we don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to put them over here at the moment, out the way. Okay, I have in this jar here, I've got flour, I've got some milk in this one, some water, 1 egg, and a jug and fork to mix all the wet ingredients with. And here I have a bowl with my sieve and some salt for the dry ingredients. So what we're going to do is, first of all, measure just with a tablespoon, so simple, 4 level tablespoons of flour. Okay, 3 and 4. Alright, just a pinch of salt, so literally just a little pinch into the sieve. And instead of picking the sieve up this way, as all my classmates will know, flour can go everywhere. So leave the sieve firmly on top of the bowl and just use your spoon to sieve the flour and the salt into the bowl. No mess. Okay? So that's your dry ingredients ready. Okay. In your jug, we measure, first of all, 4 tablespoons of water. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Same again of milk. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay. And once we know we've done that correctly, we can then crack our egg in. Obviously make sure that you don't have any shell in your egg, in your mixture. And once you know that's okay, just with a fork, give it a light beat. At this stage, if you want, you can add some pepper, which my family like. And you could add a little more salt if you would like, but you've already put a pinch of salt into your flour mix. So I think perhaps better to leave that out. Okay. So you can use a wooden spoon to do this mixture, which I have said in the recipe, but I find it easier to use one of these. And what I'm going to do is just pour it all in at the one time. Makes it far easier. And then just slowly stir it through. And it will become quite lumpy, excuse me, to begin with, but if you just keep slowly stirring it almost with the whisk at this stage, and then as it starts to mix together, you then want to start to beat. And this is obviously going to get rid of any lumps and make a nice smooth batter. Okay. At this stage, if you had the time, it would be good to let this rest, and ideally in room temperature. But it's now 6:25. We've just come back from a very long walk and we're due to have our meal at 7 o'clock. So I'm actually just going to cheat and put these straight in. And I have found from experience they actually do work. But all the recipes do tell you if you can let the mixture rest, it's preferable. So you could put the mixture back into your jug if you prefer and then pour in from that, or you could use a soup ladle if you thought that was easier. But rather than messing up even more utensils, I'm just going to pour it in. And this recipe should ideally make enough for 5, possibly even 6 little Yorkshire puddings. So we'll see how many we can get. Yep, I think we're going to get the 6. And not too many dribbly messes, just a couple, which we can clean up using a piece of kitchen roll. I just used my finger just now, but obviously ideally a piece of kitchen roll would get rid of any dribbles, and basically straight into the oven. My oven's already on, so it's at 170 degrees, and I'm just going to put that straight in there and serve it with the stew that I made earlier on today, which I posted on the group with the attached recipe. So there you have it, easy foolproof Yorkshire puddings. Later on when they come out, I shall take a photograph of them and I shall post that photograph on at a later stage to let you see how they work out. Hope you find that helpful. Do try them at home if you can, if you have the correct ingredients, and tune in for tomorrow, and there'll be another recipe awaiting. Take care everybody, have a lovely evening. Bye for now.